Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 28 of Prison Architect. Again, we're still carrying on straight on from the last video, which is to try and get our death row area up and running. As you can see, we're mainly waiting on getting all of the utilities connected up. It does seem that a lot of our workmen are very busy, which is fine. We do want to go ahead and make sure that everything is connected up where it can be, including the metal detector in the infirmary. Apparently this camera still is not connected up. Well, no, it is connected up. We do really need to build more CCTV monitors though, actually. We don't have many in here at all, so that's probably something that we should consider doing. So let's go for another CCTV monitor, which we can put over here. We can use that to connect up some of the extra ones. In fact, once that is built, I might actually use that to connect up to everything in that block. So the execution chamber is built. Is this stuff already built? I mean, it's saying when we don't have water up here, but I don't understand why. There's a pipe that never got connected up for some reason. So once that's connected, that should be problem solved. And of course, these small pipes never got. Don't know why sometimes things seem to randomly get cancelled. I don't understand why that always happens. So you need to have cold water pipes. You need to have hot water pipes. Small pipes need to also go to all of the toilets here. Yeah, sometimes things just seem to like randomly get cancelled. And I don't know why that is. The hot water pipes to the radiators actually need to go under the radiators as well, otherwise they won't work. So that should get all of that working. That's the plan anyway. So now we have death row. If we go into intake, yeah, we do have death row prisoners that we can take. Obviously we want the sort of minimum intake possible. But that said, we do want some. I'm going to put our capacity up to 166. No death row at all there. Capacity up slightly. Are we going to get any? Put you down slightly. How many do you have to put to get one for death row? 166. Let's put this down again. See, I don't understand that. We have death row and medium sec. I suppose because there's none available. That'll be why. So we can take death row prisoners. We just don't have any available yet. Okay, well we'll keep it on anyway, so that when some are available, we can get them. Terribly sorry about that. Seem to be developing a bit of a cough and a dry throat. Haven't really missed anything, just the usual stuff of phones and garden shears and things being found on people that shouldn't have them. You have been released, I think. Yeah, you're released, that's fine. You're released as well. At least I hope you're released. Always worries me when I see prisoners leaving. What are you doing out here? I don't think you've been released. You should still be here. Yeah, why have we got prisoners out in this area? You guys should be indoors. Unless you're specifically taking stuff to the exports, it could be that that's what it is. I mean, obviously we do have these gates to try and stop prisoners getting out, so that's not a bad idea. What we might want to do as well is get a couple more guard towers either side of these gates, so if anyone tries to make a break for the gates, we can just, you know, take them out from there. That's probably what I'm going to do. Get a couple more guard towers. So we can put a guard tower in this corner, put a guard tower down in that corner, and then just get a couple more snipers. If anyone tries to get out of these gates, they'll get shot. Quite simply. So we do have... maybe it says there's 0 available, because, well, these cells do count as cells. They do actually count as cells, even though the water's not all connected up yet. Water's not connected up in here either, which is flipping annoying. I think you can just have small pipes running to sprinklers. So that should be fine. Why is it that one of the sprinklers is in the wrong place? This sprinkler needs to be dismantled, and then we'll put it back in the right place. It seems to be messing a lot of stuff up now. We have got this other CCTV monitor connected up, so you're actually going to connect to this camera. You're also going to connect to that camera. You're going to connect to that camera. And I'm also tempted to get you to connect to that camera as well. There we go. We've taken a bit of a load off now. You guys are still waiting to come out here. Set you all through. It's amazing that the snipers can't open the door. I mean, surely the sniper counts as a guard. There should be the last few capacitors coming in anyway, and then that will be done. Looks like this is all sorted out now. We're not seeing anything flashing, so everything is as it should be. Still don't appear to have any death row prisoners at the moment, but we will get some. And it still counts as increasing our capacity. I mean, even though we've got these 6 cells assigned to death row, and we don't have any death row prisoners available, it still counts towards the capacity, so that is a good thing. I think the next thing to do will be build another cell block over here. We probably do want to start paying off our loan, though, so let's decrease the loan. We just paid back the entire thing. That's fine. It's not going to help us building anything else, but I think what we want to do is we'll speed things up a little. You guys need to get out of there again. I never click on the door when I'm zoomed out, but that is now built. So now we're not actually building anything else. I think what we want to do is go into utilities, and it's going to be difficult to break this connection because we can't actually see where the cable is. We want to break this row of cables. So let's just go ahead and dismantle these utilities. That is going to dismantle the water as well, temporarily. But we'll wait until that ends up getting done so we can see what happens. So the workmen will come along and they'll start to disconnect stuff. But yeah, when you've got things that overlap each other, becomes a little bit annoying. So yeah, he's taken the pipe out as well, so that's fine. So at least the electricity's taken out. What we do need to do is get the electricity put back in over here. So we want this electrical cable connecting up to this generator, and this now needs to be made into a priority. So we're going to prioritize that. That should all get connected up very quickly. That'll get the power back on. Having the power on is far more important than having the water on. So we do need to just keep our eye over here because we want to make sure that we open this jail door as soon as the workmen come to reattach all of that stuff. We don't want to leave people in the dark for too long. And then we'll go and get that water pipe reconnected as well. So that should be fine. Still waiting on the workmen. So we'll speed things up again a little. Everything is currently in the dark. That CCTV monitor should be connected up. We'll double check that one later on. Maybe it's just that nobody's monitoring it, because all of the prison officers do seem to be currently busy. A lot of them seem to be tired. Maybe we need a bigger staff room, I don't know. Where are our workmen? What are they doing? I mean, we should have 25 of them. There's nothing else for them to build unless they're all messing around with trees. There's a lot of them messing around with trees. But I've given them a priority job. So you would think that they would come and do the job that is the priority, really, wouldn't you? Because this is definitely... Oh, no, there we go. He's coming in to sort it out. He's just waiting for someone to come and open the door. That it still says it's not being monitored. Let's just go and connect you up to that one then. That should now be... Yep, that's it. That's fine. That's being monitored. So once we get this connected up... jail door? Can I not open that now? There we go. Whenever a game has the option to left click to do something or right click to do something, you can always guarantee that I'm going to get it the wrong way around. So as soon as everything's done and connected up, what I'm going to do is get the water back on again. In fact, we can probably do that now because everything else has... The power has been disconnected. So that needs to now be water. And another thing that we need to do is reinstall that sprinkler as well. Which is under objects, so we want ourselves a sprinkler. We do have a spare one, and you're supposed to be right there. That'll be all connected up. There we go. So power's back on. The execution chamber now is on its own power. Well, near enough. The execution chamber has the power from... see, I could have just rerouted that cable to go around the top there, which is probably... a slightly better idea. And in fact, I will go ahead and do that because it'll be far neater. So let's go and dismantle utility because we're not actually using the execution chamber at the moment. So we'll tell you to go and dismantle all of that and then we'll build it around the top wall. That will make more sense. So we just need to get the water on over here, which we're working on now quite quickly. So that should be fine. Guards, we can go ahead now and hire ourselves a couple more snipers. I think we did just get 2. Yeah, we've got an extra tower actually. We've got 1 tower, 2 towers there. There is number 4. There's number 5, 6 and 7. We could probably get rid of this one actually. Let's dismantle that one there. Because if they come out here through one of these doors, they've got to go through the gates, so that'll leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we have, or should have, 5 snipers. Yeah, that works out okay. There's a few things that you used to be able to do in this game that I remember being able to do in the beta, which I haven't really looked at for a while. And I can't remember how to do it. One of the things you used to be able to do was, once you had a psychologist, I think it was the psychologist, but you used to be able to use your, oh, no equipment. Really? Reschedule all programs, try and get them sorted out. Led by foreman in a workshop, each prisoner requires a carpenter's table. I didn't even realise there were carpenter's tables. Oh, we've got escapes. We have escapes. Okay. Let's go and get that sorted then. We want objects, no, materials, remove tunnels. We need to find where that came from. Need to look for dummies. It's probably there actually, because you're moving stuff. Let's search that toilet. It's probably where it is. Am I on the... No, jail door. There we go. So let's get that toilet searched. Found it when it was a little bit too late. That was unfortunate. What was I saying before that? Carpenter's tables. So we don't have any carpenter's tables in the workshop. So maybe we need to get rid of a couple of these tables. In fact, we'll have 3 of everything. So if we go ahead and dismantle, and dismantle. And yep, that was our tunnel. So we want to remove all of that. We also want it to be a priority, because while it's a tunnel, the cell doesn't count as a cell. So we definitely want to go ahead and get that fixed. We do not have anybody in death row yet. which was to be expected. But yeah, tunnel's sorted already, so that was nice and quick. Things are going relatively well. Again, we've still got like a huge number of prisoners in here. I don't know why they're all hanging around inside the holding cell. There's enough cell capacity to put them in. So I guess we do need to build another mixed block. I mean, I guess we could take the one that's been assigned to medium security. The thing is, though, it looks like all of the cells are full. So, whether the game is miscounting somewhere or what, I don't know what's going on. But there's definitely something a little bit weird. So, we're not. Once we get those carpentry benches built, then we might actually be able to complete the carpentry apprenticeship program. Foundation education course is still going quite slowly. All of these workmen just queuing up around the door here. You're waiting to come in there as well. Although most of you guys are just bringing logs in. You're all working quite slow. Let's just speed things up a little bit. I'm not running the game at full speed at the moment because it keeps hitching on me every now and then. And I'm not too sure why it's doing that. But I've already had one crash while recording. Because the game decided that it was going to just freeze up and boot me back to desktop. We'll wait until they've got rid of this table. Sure, I did have that table queued up to be dismantled. It's still there, though. So maybe that'll get it sorted out. And once this is all done, I think it'll be time to have a shakedown as well. Yeah, as usual, most of the workmen are just too busy, you know, sort of piling up wooden stuff. There we go, the table's gone. So let's go back into objects and... we want a carpenter's table. So what's that? That's a... I don't know what that is, but we want these carpenter's tables. These things take up slightly more room, actually. Hopefully people can still actually get into them and reach. But if they get built and people can use them, then that should solve one of our problems. And if we can get beds produced, that'll be another $10,000. Because there are still some more grants that we can get. Most of them are just going to be increasing capacity. There's two more hidden ones which I think are increasing capacity. But yeah, there definitely used to be a way. It's not under needs, it's not under regime, it's not under policy, it's not under grants, it's not under programs, finance. Is it up here somewhere? It's not under prison grading. Our reoffending rate is fairly low, which is nice. Punishment's gone up, reform's going up, security's not bad, health's pretty terrible, we have had a few deaths. Oh, intelligence, there it is. It's this button here that I always forget to click. So, shows all contraband confiscated in the last 24 hours, shows all contraband confiscated in the last 7 days. So you can see where everything is. So obviously there's been quite a lot of stuff found around the... see stuff getting traded. Cell phones and knives and stuff like that. You can even track now. I don't think this was in before. So you can actually find something specific, and you know, you can track where it came from almost. So what have we got here? For example, this thing came in from outside, and it actually came in through the staff door. It was smuggled in. So something came in through the staff door there. So it's a good way to see stuff getting thrown. These are objects that are coming in from outside. Tells you how it came in as well. Smuggled in by prisoners. Quite a lot of stuff is getting in. And, you know, even some stuff being smuggled in by visitors as well. So quite a lot of stuff does come in. Stuff gets thrown over the fence. So stuff's getting thrown in over here as well. So I guess one thing that we should do, and you can also see what supply and demand is for certain things. I think one thing that we should do is go to deployment, and this area should be staff only as well. We don't want prisoners going out there anymore. We probably need some more guards, because we still don't ever seem to have enough. So let's go ahead and go up to 55. The The staff room seems to have everything it needs to have, so I don't think... We could probably build another one over the other side of the building, which would mean the guards and staff wouldn't have to go as far, but I think that is generally okay. Running short of money again. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to look at on the intelligence button was this thing. So informants. So we don't have any CIs at the moment. We don't have any criminal informants on record. But you can recruit prisoners under duress. And also by clicking on that, you can start to see different things that different prisoners have. So some of them are extremely volatile. Some of them are skilled fighters. Some of them are fearless. So this is a fearless guy. So what we could do is we could click on this guy, and he's under duress at the moment because he's in solitary. He's getting treatment for drugs. I'm just trying to find out how you used to be able to do this. So, recruit prisoners under duress. Can't see the option to recruit. Maybe you can't do it on prisoners of a certain security level. But I'm now missing the button. Or do we have to right click you? Let's just pause things up. You're not technically in solitary anymore. Yeah, I can't actually change anything there. Do we have anybody else in solitary that we could try that on? Yeah, because normally if you click on a prisoner or somebody who is not in solitary, no, you still get the pop-up. Okay. I'm not too sure how to do that. Used to be able to do it, but I can't remember how. But we'll look at that in the next video anyway. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you're still enjoying Prison Architect. I'll see you next time. And until then, goodbye for now.